Hello, my friends. Today we are talking about the real reasons why you and your partner have stopped having sex. Because you used to be all over each other, and now you can't remember the last time you were in bed making out and it led to something more. So what happened? I'm a couples therapist, and today we're unpacking all these real deeper reasons that couples stop having sex and some tips for maybe how to fix this or work on it. So the first reason, and this is the most common, it's the most overlooked too because people think it shouldn't be that simple, but it is that simple, is emotional disconnection, okay? For so many people, sex is emotional first and then physical. And if your partner feels unseen or that you aren't meeting their emotional needs, they're not going to feel turned on or have desire to have sex because they're feeling like this huge emotional bank account is empty. You've taken out withdrawal after withdrawal and they're left with this empty emotional bank account and they're feeling like, why would I want to have sex with someone who only cares about my body and not about me? Okay, so if your partner is not having sex with you, the first thing you need to do is check in on the emotional connection. Some of the signs that emotional disconnection is the real root of no more sex is that all your conversations are logistical, you haven't been on a date in a long time, or your partner has started telling their friends all of the fun, cool, important, interesting things about their life instead of talking to you about them. Basically, if you two aren't connecting on a friend level, even if you're not connecting on an emotional, like, I see you, I care about you, I want to know about you level, then that's a sign that the physical connection is going to be impacted as well. It's super important to focus on rebuilding the emotional, okay? Have daily check-ins, have weekly check-ins, go on at least one date a month. I promise having a set aside date night where you put your phones away and focus on each other is going to do wonders for your emotional connection, which then will lead to more physical connection. All right, the second reason is that when sex becomes an obligation, your partner is less likely to want to follow through on sex. Because anytime something feels forced or pressured, we immediately tense up. We don't want to partake in an activity that feels like an obligation, especially an activity as vulnerable as sex. So some signs that sex has become an obligation for your partner. Maybe at some point you said to them, hey, I really need sex twice a week to feel satisfied. Even if that's not even true anymore, the fact that you said that once, they're feeling pressure, like they have to perform at least twice a week in order for you to be happy. And that just takes the romance out of it. Another thing you might have said is like, sex is the only way that I feel loved. I promise you, it's not the only way that you feel loved. It might be a really important part of feeling loved for you, and that's fine. There's no shame in that. But saying that it's the only way or putting this pressure that that's like the pinnacle for you makes it feel to them like it's this chore that they have to make sure they do in order to keep you satisfied. And anytime something feels like a chore, the desire to do it decreases. Some other signs that your partner feels like sex is an obligation is that they resist any physical touch at all because they assume it's going to lead to something else. Like say you're just heading in for a kiss and they immediately tense up or pull away. That might be because in the past, they felt like just that kiss was actually pressuring for more. That anytime you kiss them or touch them or hug them, your hand is going to start to robe and they're going to have to respond to that. So if your partner is like pulling away from any physical connection, it might be because they feel like kissing or touching or hugging has to lead to sex, and that's something that they're not in the mood for. Some ways to change this are to shift the focus from how often you want to be having sex to how connected you feel with your partner. Or make sure you say very clearly to them, I would love to cuddle with you and not have sex. Make it explicit. Make sure that they know you are not going to go there. You want to be with them. There's no obligation here. I promise that the more you incorporate that type of touch, the less obligated they'll feel. And actually, that's going to increase their desire to have sex with you. All right, a third reason that your partner might not want to be having sex with you is because they're bored. Think about it. You've been together 5 years, 10 years, maybe 20 years at this point, and routine can kill desire. If you're doing the same position every time, if you're initiating the same way every time, hey, you want to go upstairs? Wink, wink. They're like, oh, this is boring. Okay. You have to spice things up. This isn't always the case, but a lot of people just need some novelty, some excitement to get them back in the mood. And I don't mean you have to go wild and, do 50 Shades of Grey type of stuff, but just add a new playlist or maybe try it in the car if you're aching muscles and bones can handle that. Do something to spice it up. Buy a new piece of underwear that makes you feel sexy or makes your partner feel sexy. Little ways of introducing novelty and play and fantasy can really help you feel less bored in the bedroom and help your partner feel like, you know what, this is exciting again. I want to get into this. I want to have sex again. A little plug for Paired here. So inside Paired, there are so many question decks about fantasies, about different kinks, about new things you'd want to try. So if you go into the Paired app and you search sex and intimacy or fantasy, a whole bunch of questions will come up, and you can do this with your partner and have some new conversations or even play some of the games that talk about those topics. Number 4, I think, is so important and actually may be the most common. People just don't talk about it or they don't realize that it's happening. And that is physical health challenges, medication, or hormonal changes. So many people experience a decline in arousal or desire once they've started a new medication, or if they're pregnant or postpartum, or menopause, or low testosterone, or high stress at work. And partners don't realize that this is what's happening, and so they get super nervous. They're like, why doesn't my partner want to be with me? Why aren't we having sex? When if you actually just zoom out, there are tons of external factors impacting their sex drive. So it's really important not to blame or get angry, but make sure you've considered all the possible situations, because sometimes the really hard truth is that your partner may have to make a sacrifice. They might have to sacrifice some sexual energy or some sexual attraction right now because they need to take care of their health. Another huge one is chronic pain. If someone is constantly feeling pain, they are not going to feel desire to have sex. Or maybe they'll feel desire, but then anytime they try, it's painful. That triggers them and it makes them not want to have sex anymore. So anyway, you really at this point need to be patient with your partner, need to be curious, need to look at other solutions. If you're on a medication that is causing lower drive, talk to your practitioner about what other options you have if this is really impacting your relationship. I can't stress enough that you really need to adjust expectations and be really kind and compassionate and patient with your partner if they are going through one of these things, okay? Do not shame them for having to make some sacrifices in order to take care of their health. I know it's hard and it's painful, but sometimes that's life. Okay, a less common reason that your partner may be avoiding sex, but totally possible, is that past sexual trauma is resurfacing for them. Sexual trauma or any type of trauma can resurface at any time. It's not like just gonna happen at the beginning of the relationship or just later on. Really, various factors can cause trauma to resurface. And so some signs of sexual trauma resurfacing are that your partner starts to feel super anxious around sex, or maybe they start to feel like they're dissociating when they're having sex. Any types of things like this can indicate that there is some sexual trauma that is resurfacing for them. And the most important thing to do is really be patient as they heal through this. So I would recommend that they go see a trauma-informed therapist to help work through some of that trauma and start the healing process so that you can have intimacy that feels safe and positive and good for both of you without always feeling weighed down by that trauma. I want to mention too that it might take a while to heal from sexual trauma, okay? It's not a fast process. You're going to have to be patient. But when you've taken the correct steps to really get to the root and heal through that, you and your partner can end up creating a really beautiful, safe sexual relationship in the future. You just have to be patient. Okay, number 6 may be less common, but it totally can happen. And that is that your partner is questioning their sexuality. Maybe they have realized they're bi or queer or gay or whatever it is. And this is coming up for them and they're realizing, you know what? I might have to rethink my current sexual relationship with my partner. I want to make a point. There are many mixed orientation couples who have redefined what sexuality means to them and have a great and thriving relationship. But to get to that point, after you've noticed a change or a new discovery in sexual orientation, can take a lot of patience, okay? So be compassionate with each other if you're going through this. There is nothing wrong with you. This is just new territory that you have to navigate as a couple. It's more common than you would think for someone to discover new aspects of their identity later in life. If you are on the receiving end of this change, it's fair for you to feel blindsided or confused or hurt or like you don't know where to go from here. Those are all valid responses, and I would really encourage you to seek out support, seek help from a therapist or from good friends and talk through this. But try and be there for your partner and let them know, I'm here for you. I want to help us get through this. Whatever that looks like in the future, knowing that you both might have to make sacrifices to either make the relationship work or end the relationship if you feel like the best choice is for you to go your separate ways as you explore these newfound identities. Okay, number 7 is one you absolutely don't want to hear from me, but it's possible. It is possible that your partner is avoiding sex because they're having an affair, because they're getting it somewhere else, because they've been sexting their coworker. Sorry, I don't want to harp on it, but it's possible that they're cheating. And this is so excruciatingly painful. But there are a few signs. I don't want you to jump to conclusions, okay? Listen closely. There are a few signs that this might be happening. Remember, I said signs, not evidences. Okay, it's not necessarily happening. If your partner has become super avoidant about telling you where they're spending their time, or starts to get angry when you ask them questions rather than being open, these might be some signs that they're feeling a little bit of shame or discomfort around something. So you have to be careful about addressing this because you also don't want to unfairly accuse your partner of cheating when they're not. That could go south. But you can open the conversation by saying something like, hey, I feel really disconnected and I'm starting to feel a bit uncomfortable and I'm wondering if there's something going on that I don't know about. Would you just let me know where you are? Are you feeling disconnected? Have you noticed this thing between us? See if you can have an open conversation about it. If they completely shut that down and are not willing to have that conversation or go there, that could be another sign that something is going on. I do want to highlight though, there are so many couples who say that repairing from an affair has led to some of the best sex of their lives. So if this is happening to you, you are in a hole right now. It's dark, you're confused, you're feeling agony, but there is hope. There could be a future in this relationship and you can get your sexual relationship back. It's possible that it will become better than ever before. All right, the last one for today is that your partner has lost respect for you. People generally don't want to have sex with someone that they don't respect or aren't attracted to anymore. And when I say attracted, I don't just mean physical attraction. I mean, think about the partner that you were when you first met. Were you planning dates? Were you funny? Were you kind? Were you nice? Now are you snippy? Are you kind of aggressive in your language? Are you grumpy? Like, are you an attractive person to be around? Can they respect the partner that you are today? This is a common reason that people stop having sex, especially in high conflict couples, because there's so much tension and resentment and honestly ugly communication between the two people that there's no desire to be intimate or have sex with someone that you just don't respect anymore. So my advice to you is to start journaling. Journal about those questions I asked a minute ago. Like, am I the partner that I want to be? Would I want to be in a relationship with me? What attractive traits do I bring to this relationship? Not just physical, you can answer some of those too, but what attractive emotional traits do I bring to this relationship? And if the answer to these are a little messy, you might realize that there's some area for improvement. Okay, so we went through 8 different possible reasons why your partner is avoiding sex. I'm not sure which one you're facing right now, but it's probably one of these things on the list. So how do you rebuild? The first step is to open the conversation. Talk to your partner about this. If you have trouble talking to your partner about sex, because I know it's a vulnerable topic and it's not comfortable for everyone, you can start in the Paired app. We have a full journey about intimacy where you answer one question every day for a month about sex, and it really opens up some of these important conversations. We also have different questions and question packs to help you go deeper on all of these topics like sex, intimacy, body image, fantasy, all that stuff that's important to talk about. So your first step to rebuilding is to open the conversation. The second step I want to make sure you do and make sure you remember before this video ends is to be gentle with yourself. It is not easy to be in a relationship where your partner doesn't seem attracted to you or doesn't want to have sex with you. That can be really damaging to your self-image and make you feel confused and alone. I really, really hope you remember you are worthy of love. It's okay. It's great if you want to be having more sex in your relationship. There's nothing wrong with you. So just remember that. Remember that we're rooting for you. And I hope that you're able to develop the sexual relationship that makes you and your partner happy.